G'day guys, HJBricks here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I certainly am, and I am super excited because today I will be counting down all of the Lego Star Wars sets retiring December 31st at the end of this year. So that is getting increasingly closer, and more than anything, I want to make sure that none of you guys miss out on the sets that you really wanted to pick up but didn't know they were retiring. So this will just be a quick overview, little rundown of each of the sets to help you decide whether you want to add them to collection before it's too late and you have to pay some stupid premium, $100 more just to get a set that you could have gotten sometime in sale maybe before the end of this year. But without further ado, let's start this video. So starting off my list here, guys, we have the 4+ Resistance X-Wing, set 75297. And with 60 pieces, this set is going to be a must-have. I can guarantee this will be flying off the shelves. So many people are going to be wanting to add this to their collection. But in all seriousness, this is an okay set. That Poe Dameron minifigure is kind of nice. Of course, there's no leg printing, no arm printing. But if you don't have one already and you don't have a BB-8, then this might be a nice way to add to this collection. But other than that, it's a 4+ set. I don't have much else to say. But here we have a Imperial Shuttle set 75302, and this one is going to come with 660 pieces. Now, I have never actually seen this set in real life, but from what I can tell from some of the reviews I've watched from other YouTubers, this does look like a very nice set with a lot of finer detail packed in with that smaller 660 pieces. Now, if you did miss out on the UCS Imperial Shuttle, or you didn't want to spend that huge money quite a few years ago, then I think this one is a really nice one to add to the collection. Obviously, it's a big part of the original trilogy, and so coming with that Darth Vader, the Luke, and just some sort of Imperial General, I think this is definitely a must-have before it's too late. Next category we have here is the clones, and these are two fantastic sets, but the first one we have here is the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, set 75314, coming with 969 pieces. Now, when this first released, this was an extremely heavily sought after set. Of course, this is the only set that has come out from the Bad Batch wave, and luckily enough, it comes with every single character, including Crosshair, but unfortunately does not come with the Omega. So, other than that, this is an all-round fantastic set. Of course, that Gong Tree is absolutely fantastic, but of course you get the ship, which is, I believe, the Havoc Marauder, maybe? I'm not too sure about that, but I believe that's the ship's name, and you get the 2 speeder bikes to the side as well. Now, there was a lot of controversy when this first came out about the overall colour of that ship, but I think it looks nice, and it is what it is, basically. I think it'll be a fantastic one to add, especially if you're a big fan of the Bad Batch series. Now, the second set we have here is the Armored Assault Tank, or AAT, set 75283, coming with 286 pieces. And whilst this is a nice set and could be very useful for, I guess, building some sort of army, I can't really see the value in this set. Obviously, we have the Ahsoka minifigure, which does look fantastic with the dual lightsabers, but as we will see a little bit later down the list, there is another set that comes out that has the Ahsoka minifigure for a much smaller price range, and I just think I would go for that one over this one. But other than that, we also do get Ahsoka's clone commander, and I think he looks fantastic. He looks so sharp, and the printing is amazing. But that's all I have to say about the AAT. The next line of sets we have here is the helmet series, and the first one is Boba Fett's helmet 75277 with 625 pieces. Now, I do believe this is the largest helmet that has ever been released. Of course, it's the same sort of scale as the others, just has a higher piece count, and this was part of the original wave of helmets, so that also came out with the Stormtrooper that I have in my collection. Now, the next one we have here is the Scout Troop helmet set 75305 with 471 pieces. And that one was released in the second wave of helmets, and whilst it is a nice helmet, it doesn't really have the same ring as the Boba Fett, and so I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking it up unless you're a diehard fan trying to collect all the helmets. Now next here we have quite a few sets retiring from the Mandalorian wave. So starting up the top here we have the Imperial Light Cruiser, set 75315 and coming with 1,336 pieces. So that is quite a high piece count, but at the same time I do believe this one retails here in Australia for $250. So you get a lot of pieces, but you're also paying a lot of money. Now, the characters we get in this set are absolutely fantastic. Of course, we get the Grogu or Baby Yoda minifigure, the Mandalorian figure, which is one of my favourite LEGO figures of all time. I love that figure so much. We get the Cara Dune, and that's a heavily sought after minifigure because it was only ever released in 2 sets because some issues with Disney legal stuff, but a heavily sought after minifigure. We also get the Fennec Shand minifigure. We get the Moff Gideon with the Darksaber, and whilst that isn't the greatest Darksaber, it is nice to add to the collection. And of course we get the Dark Trooper. Other than that, this is a fantastic build. Obviously it's a larger scale, so you can see we have some of the turrets on the top, and you do also get a couple of little TIE fighters that pop out the side, but I think very nice build and looks fantastic on display. The next set we've got here is the Mandalorian Starfighter, set 75316, coming with 544 pieces. Now, if you are a huge fan of the Mandalorian, and not necessarily liking just the Mandalorian, but liking all the other Mandalorians from the tribe as well, sorry, that was a lot of Mandalorian, but if you are a fan of that, then I think this is definitely one of the sets for you. It's got a really nice color scheme with those, lighter, darker blues, and then, of course, the lighter and darker greys, and fantastic set as you get Pre-Vizsla and also the Bo-Katan minifigures. So definitely a good one for collectors. Next up here we have the Mandalorian and the Child Brickheads, set 75317 with 295 pieces. Now I would highly recommend this set. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Of course, if you're a die-hard Brickheads fan, then you will want to get every single Brickheads, and obviously you have to have this. But just as a Star Wars fan, I do own this one, and I have it sitting on my desk currently right in front of me, and I think it's just such a little fantastic display model. Both of those figures look fantastic. Their builds are really neat. Just like the intricate ways they've put in the pieces, I think, is really, really spot on. Unfortunately, the Mandalorian isn't in his Beskar armor, but I think that's something you can easily look past, and it's a nice one to add. Now, the last one we have here is the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge, set 75319 with 258 pieces. This is another one that's going to come with some fantastic minifigures. Of course, we get the Mandalorian, we get the Armorer, and I forget the name of this blue guy, but of course he is from the Book of Boba Fett, where the Mandalorian and him have their duel. Other than that, the Forge is a really solid build, and definitely a nice one for that Armorer minifigure. Now, of course, the Mandalorian line continues. We have had a lot of Mandalorian sets after Season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian, but the first one we have here is the Duel on Mandalore, set 75310 with 147 pieces. Now, this was the set I was talking about earlier with that Ahsoka minifigure, and so for the smaller price range, I definitely think this is a better alternative. And while some of you might say this isn't exactly from The Mandalorian Season 1 or 2, I've just included it here because it is, of course, the Duel on Mandalore, which is the Mandalorian's land, and so that was kind of my thought process. But that is a very nice set, especially if you want the Ahsoka and Darth Maul in a somewhat cheaper alternative. Now, the next set we've got here is Trouble on Tatooine, set 75299, coming with 276 pieces. Now, I don't have much to say about this set. Obviously, it's a speeder, some sort of crossbow, and it gets a little Tusken Raider camp, and so there's not really much there. Whilst it does come with a nice Mandalorian minifigure, if you already have that, I don't think I would really recommend picking it up. If you had maybe the Mos Eisley Cantina, this could be a nice addition just to kind of add some scenery, but other than that, that's all I have to say. The final one we have here is the Imperial Armored Marauder, set 75311, coming with 478 pieces. And not necessarily if you're an army builder, but just to get these characters, I think this is a really fantastic set. We get the Mortar Trooper, which is the first of its kind, some really nice detail on him, and then of course we get just the 2 normal Stormtroopers. And so the build is adequate. I don't believe it's the best build, don't believe it's the worst build, and of course we also, I believe this is a Grief Karga minifigure we get here. So some nice ones to add to the collection, but obviously you can't really make it an army builder with that Grief Karga minifigure. Now, we also have 3 of the Microfighters retiring at the end of this year. So we can see the first one we have here is the Razor Crest, set 75321 with 98 pieces. Then we have the Millennium Falcon, set 75295 with 101 pieces. And finally, the AT-AT vs Tauntaun with set 7598 with 205 pieces. Whilst these Microfighters are nice, I don't think anybody's going to be wanting to get these to display on their shelves. The only reason I think anybody would really get a Microfighter is to get some of those minifigures, just so they can add them to the collection without having to pay those really big bucks. So that's all I have to say about the Microfighters. Now we have two buildable figures that are retiring at the end of this year. So the first one we have here is the Yoda, set 75255 with 1,771 pieces. This is such a fantastic set. It is based on the Attack of the Clones Yoda, so he does have his lightsaber, and I think it is a fantastic set. The amount of detail that goes into the cloak, the way it kind of just folds around his body, the amount of cream pieces you have to put on that set, I think it's definitely worth it in the end, and would definitely recommend picking that one up. Now the next one we have here is the Imperial Probe Droid, set 75306, and that one comes with 683 pieces. Now this set obviously isn't going to be for everybody. Obviously it doesn't have any playable sort of features, but it is a really nice display set, and of course if you are a die-hard fan of, say, The Empire Strikes Back, you definitely want to add this one to your collection. Now the final two sets we have that are retiring at the end of 2022 are from the UCS line. Of course, Darth Vader's Meditation Chamber isn't exactly a UCS, but it is an adult sort of collector's series, and so I thought I would include it here anyway. But so if we start off with that Darth Vader's Meditation Chamber, set 75296, coming with 663 pieces. Now this is a nice set for the display. Of course, it comes with this nice little Darth Vader Meditation Chamber plaque at the bottom. That is a printed piece, so a nice one to add. You can see it comes with a nice little black base, kind of a circle off center, off stud of the base, so that is a nice little detail. And then we get this little mechanism where we can drop this chamber sort of thing over the top of Darth Vader. So other than that, we get the two minifigures. One of them is a random general, and the other one is Darth Vader. And so this Darth Vader looks so fantastic, in my opinion, with that arm printing, fantastic cape, fantastic head mold. Now the final set we have here that is retiring at the end of the year, it is a big one, but this is the Imperial Star Destroyer, set 75252 with 4,784 pieces. So this one is absolutely ginormous. It is a fantastic set, a fantastic display model, and you really do get your bang for your buck when you buy this set. As you can see, that is a mini Tantive 4 off to the side there, so that gives you an idea just of the scale of how huge this set really is, especially with those little turrets and stuff on the side there. But a fantastic one to add to the collection, especially if you are a die-hard Star Wars fan. Obviously, the price is a little bit up there, but I would say fantastic nonetheless. And there you go, guys. That is my list of all of the Lego Star Wars sets that are retiring at the end of 2022. As you can see, there are quite a few fantastic sets there, especially from the Mandalorian wave. So if you are wanting to pick up any of those sets, please make sure you do before it's too late. I really don't want you guys having to pay some high, stupid premium on some weird eBay sites from sketchy Chinese sellers. But that's all for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to go down, like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment. Every bit helps, and I appreciate it so much. Make sure you turn notifications on, because I will really be releasing a video next week with the Lego Star Wars sets that will be retiring at the end of 2023. So a bit of a sequel to this video, but nevertheless should be a good one. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.